up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition, Chief Marketing Officer, TigerFitness.com. Man, I've seen the pictures, man. I saw Nick Trigili's video on it, and I wanted to send a message to Nick Walker. This guy came on the scene young, in his early 20s, a young kid, bigger than life. I believe he's up to, 280, some crazy weight like that, 260, 280. He's gained 40 pounds since he last competed. 40 pounds. This kid's pushing it. The Arnold, the Olympia, came bursting on the scene, beating giants and experienced bodybuilders like Kuklo, Labrada. The guy's just an absolute beast. He has these huge muscle bellies, these huge muscles. There are some areas that Nick talked about. He needs to bring up his chest a little bit. Whatever. Semantics. At the end of the day, he needs to bring it up because his arms are so friggin' huge that they overshadow not just his chest, but the moon. But there's all that weight gain. And I want to send a message to Nick directly. And Nick, by the way, I saw the clip of you where you said you eat a whole box of outright bars, and I love you for it. But this is, excuse me, gotta clear my throat. This is from me to you, man to man. I'm 41 years old in perfect health, get my blood work done regularly. I've pushed it, just not as hard as you. I've done the stuff. I currently compete. I'm doing Masters USAs on December 11th. I understand. But, you know, you got to think about your long-term health and the consequences. And you got to think about all that. And for that, I tell you, keep doing what you're fucking doing, man. You're crushing it. You're going to win the Mr. Olympia. Look, bottom line is, Nick, you're an adult. You know the risks. You know what you're doing. You're not stupid. You're a smart guy. I've seen your stuff. And I know people who know you who, if we talk, I'll tell you who knows you, who I know. I know you're taking a lot of the health precautions that you can. Now, obviously, there's nothing you could possibly do to mitigate all the risks of being so large and taking different supplements that might strain your system, and also dieting down to obscenely low levels of body fat. Yeah, that's not good for you, but guess what? Being elite is not good for you. Being a pro athlete of a high caliber in any sport is not good for you. Yet we put these, bodybuilders are dying. Dude, Junior Seau. Do you guys remember that guy? Committed suicide. Chris Benoit. Literally, they called it roid rage, but what was it from? It was from CTE, head trauma. Okay, these football players going out there, we all watch our sports ball out there, and we're all like, yay, go team. And then these guys like, hey, we won. Who's we? You're not on the goddamn team. Nonetheless, everybody watches football, but nobody says, wow, that guy's going to really fuck himself up and die. Let's get away from CTE. Let's not even talk about CTE. Let's talk about when I did my mentorship at Exos. We had literally in their late 30s, early 40s, ex-NFL linemen, elite athletes, the elite of the elite of the elite, guys who blocked for quarterbacks that won the Heisman in college, guys who blocked during Super Bowl, defensive linemen who chased down quarterbacks and running backs and plugged holes and gaps and quarterback sacks. These guys couldn't walk. Their back, their knees, everything was mangled because they were great at what they did. Ronnie Coleman, he's still alive, right? His body appears to be fine. His heart's still beating. His liver works. Can't walk because he pushed it that far in training. I know baseball players who can't move their throwing arm anymore. I know soccer players who have knees and hips that have been surgically repaired. And yes, let's not forget about concussion, CTE. Let's look at Muhammad Ali. Let's look at boxers. I boxed for fun. You know how many concussions I had when I was boxing the last 5 years before I did bodybuilding again? Me neither. I have no fucking idea. I was getting punched in the head 3 days a week sparring. Yet we're going to be like, oh, well, Nick Walker is going to die. Well, guess what? All professional athletes are shortening their lifespan. Difference is Nick Walker's good enough to win 1, 2, 3, 10, 12, 15 fucking Mr. Olympias. This guy's got what he got. And also, oh, well, they're so unhealthy. We're saying this in the middle of a pandemic that is taking out obese people, and we have a fucking fat acceptance movement. Where if I say anything about a fat fuck who can't get their ass out of the McDonald's drive-thru, that, oh, he's fat shaming. Fuck yeah, I'm fat shaming. 78% of hospitalizations from the pandemic at the beginning in New York came, well, 78%, they came from people who are obese, who have comorbidities. Yet we're picking out an elite athlete who has the potential to go far and is seeing where his body can take him. I don't look at that as someone, and I look at that as someone trying to achieve greatness. We live once. We live once, and if that's how he chooses to live, shut the fuck up, let him live. Is he hurting you? Is Nick Walker hurting you? No. He's doing great shit. He's putting on a show. Look at his Instagram, man. The guy's like the ever-expanding, like, the guy's growing like the fucking Marshmallow Man. Like, he's the fucking, it's like Ghostbusters and shit. It's crazy and it's awesome. And he's got the genetics. He's got the muscle belly. He's got the small waist. Hell yeah, dude. You gotta be great. You gotta be great in life. What was it? They polled all the Olympic athletes, like 90% said they'd take 10 years off their life to win a gold medal. Some crazy shit like that. I would. Would you? Would you rather live 60 years as a champion or 100 years as a fucking normal average person? I wouldn't be a damn champion. The guy seems to be enjoying himself. He loves what he does. He's making gains. He will be the Mr. Olympia one day. He will. And look, my only advice, you're going to do what you're going to do, man. You're going to get big. You're going to get crazy. You're going to get shredded. You're going to figure out your conditioning even more. I believe Jansen's working with you, if I'm not mistaken. Whoever your coach is going to figure out the formula. And you're going to come in and you're going to win. And you're still young and you're still growing. Obviously, you just put on 40 pounds in like a day. Look, at the end of the day, here's what I want you to do. I want you to do polarized cardio. Okay, I want you to do cardio. I want you to do cardio in general. But I want you to also, with safely, obviously, throw in some Tabata or some high-intensity interval training on the bike. You know, get that heart a little exercise above and beyond what you're doing for the low-intensity cardio, because bodybuilders love that cardio. What I like to do is, what I like to recommend, do 4 minutes of Tabata. That's 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off on like an Airdyne bike. Finish it off with the rest of your low-intensity cardio for the day, whether it's 20 minutes or 30 minutes. That's called polarized cardio. I'm big on that now. Another thing I want you to do is take your vitamins, man. Take your stuff that helps you stay healthy, from your liver support to your vitamins to your antivirals, you know, your things that prevent viral replication, your viral defense. Ambrosia makes Vita, or you can take quercetin, zinc, vitamin C, vitamin D. But look, dude, at the end, there's also a study posted by my buddy Dr. Jeffrey Stout today that shows that the more lean body mass one has, the less likely they are to get taken by this pandemic thing that's going around. So there's that. Take care of your ticker. You know, get your blood work done at least every 6 months. Glutathione. I did hear that you are a big fan of glutathione, whether it's from the IV drip or you're injecting it. Because obviously, as bodybuilders, we have no problem injecting things. Take your glutathione. And there's an easy way to do it. When you load up your syringe with, like, say you got 2.5 cc's of stuff, fill in the rest of it with glutathione. Boom, you got your glutathione, right? Right? Good. And just be great. Be great. I'm not going to say not to do it. Now, if you were just a guy at LA Fitness who had shitty genetics and wanted to take steroids to look good on the beach, I'd be like, oh, it's probably not the best idea. But you're great. You're the best of the best. You came on the scene like a locomotive, but we know you're going to do the best you can to get as big and as awesome as you can. And that's why I'm simply telling you, mitigate the risks as much as possible. And I'm here if you need help with any of that stuff. Reach out, you know, reach out. And I want to see you do greatness. Now, I have said some things I want to apologize. I did say before that I thought Nick was a bit blocky for my liking. And then he came in shape. And I'm like, this guy actually has a great shape. He has a great shape. It's not size at all costs. This guy's just got a really hyperbole state. of conditioning, meaning that his arms and everything's so damn big that it's hard to even imagine him having shape, yet he does. So I know you guys probably expected me to be like, dude, you got to slow down. Fuck that. He's an adult. He makes his own decisions. It's not hurting anybody. And again, if we're going to throw shade at bodybuilders for getting big and awesome and nasty, we need to throw shade at every single football player because they're all... Look, dude, the roid rage doesn't exist. I'm not going to say it doesn't. But that's definitely not what made Chris Benoit go wacko. That's not what made Junior Seau fall off the deep end. That's head trauma. And last time I checked, unless he drops a dumbbell on his head during Skull Crushers, we're not getting head trauma in bodybuilding, man. We're just lifting heavy-ass weights. So this is hurting nobody. But you got CTE. You have long-term injuries. And look, football players, you want to talk shit about being too big? You got NFL linemen who weigh 380 pounds and somehow run a 40-yard dash in under 5 seconds. Can you tell me how the fuck that's possible? It goddamn sure ain't because they're natural. Want to talk about drug use? Let's talk about baseball. Remember when baseball was good, when they hit home runs and shit? Yeah, Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, Jose Canseco, Sammy Sosa, all on a ton of steroids, okay? Football players, you're telling me that the average offensive lineman at 180 to 190 pounds in the 1970s somehow is 200 pounds more at 350 to fucking 380 pounds? And that's because they have better training tables with food and they have better training equipment? You really think that the hammer strength they got in the NFL fucking training room did that? No, it's because they're on drugs too. Every athlete is on drugs. From boxers, they always piss dirty, okay? The boxers I know are on nothing, but again, a lot of them are on a lot of stuff because there's a lot of money on the line. Bodybuilders are getting paid what? Our best guys getting $400K for the biggest show. Like NFL players are getting tens of millions of dollars a year. Offensive linemen, obviously 2 million, 3 million, whatever. And then you got all these other sports making boxers making 10, 20, 30 million. Yet, we're supposed to think that with that risk reward. Like, the risk is to take drugs and get caught and maybe take a couple years off your life. The reward is enough money to say fuck you to everybody who ever looks at you wrong the rest of your life. You can be as politically incorrect as possible. You can say stupid shit like I do on Twitter and not give a fuck because you're rich. Nick's getting paid. I mean, I don't know what he's making now, but he wins the Olympia, has 400K, endorsements, sponsorships. I don't know if it's 400K. I think that's right. I haven't looked it up. Man, I'm a fan. I'm a fucking fan. Nick, you have a fan. And if you ever want outright bars, I don't ever want to see you paying for an outright bar again. I will send you a fucking care package the size of fucking J-Lo's ass. I will send you a care package. I'm a fucking fan. I'm a fan. And when I saw you gain 40 pounds initially, I'm like, oh my word, he's going to be unhealthy. Then I thought, yeah, you know what was unhealthy? Seeing those NFL linemen at Exos barely able to fucking stand up. To be great, you're going to sacrifice. You're going to take risks. What about the CEO? You know how many years I took off? I've been in the emergency room twice, not from training, but from exhaustion, from working. Can you believe that? Twice. I've been in the emergency room from exhaustion. Twice. You know how much stress kills people? You know how many CEOs are dying? How many executives are dying? How many just mid-level managers are dying because they can't handle stress? Yet we're fucking picking on a guy who wants to fucking be the greatest bodybuilder in the world. Why don't you pick on that guy who doesn't fucking spend time with his kids? That used to be me. Okay? Fucking pick on my old dad. Now I'm awesome. Now I spend all the time in the world with my kids. I coach high school because I fucking grew the fuck up. Go talk to that guy. Because guess what? He's going to make a paycheck, but he ain't going to be the best bodybuilder in the world. Nick, fuck yeah. I can't wait to see you win that fucking Sandow. And I can't wait to see what you bring. But do me a favor, because I like you, I love you, and I'm doing a video on you because it's hot, and I'm clickbaiting the fuck out of your name. Look, I'm just playing. a little bit. I really want to get this message out there. I don't think people understand the sacrifices it takes to be great. Like I said, to live in the house I live in and to have the life I have, I literally went to the hospital twice, emergency room, and nearly died because I wanted to be great at business. To be great, you got to make sacrifices. You got to take risks. Nick's great. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Like this video. I got this idea from Nick Trigilli, so if you're not watching Bodybuilding and Bullshit, go watch his video. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys. I really do. Love you guys. God bless. And being that the New Year's coming up, for everybody over there, I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. Happy Hanukkah. It starts on Monday for all my fellow Jews. And for all my fellow Christians, because remember, I also celebrate Christmas. Well, my family's not. We have a tree and everything, right? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Whatever your holiday is. Have a great holiday season. Anyway, guys, please watch our video on Vita, which is our our viral defense formula from ambrosia. And take a look at that. And if you want to buy anything, go to tigerfitness.com. I'm Marc Lobliner. That's not a game. The best booster isn't a shot. It's your natural immune system. Every time we step out into the world, we are attacked by viruses that do their best to break down our defenses. Vita helps solve this problem. Vita contains proven antiviral replication supplements and Imulina to ensure that your body is primed to defend itself against foreign invaders. Don't go another day unprotected. Get your Vita today.